Hello, welcome to your special spring readings. The vernal equinox marks the time of year to the seasonal shift into spring, bringing in warmer weather in the northern hemisphere and the commencement of the winter thaw. Of course, in the southern hemisphere, it is the beginning of autumn. Spring officially starts on March 20th at 3:29 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The equinox means equal amount of day and night. Equa meaning equal, and nox meaning night in Latin. This is where astrologers set the marking point of 0 degrees Aries, creating the Western tropical zodiacal system. There are many cultural traditions that vary as to when the new year actually begins. In some cultures and religions, especially among astrologers, spring is seen as the initiation of the real new year, being that it is based upon the nature's season and not a man-made calendar year. But either way, it is an important time for us to awaken and emerge from the chrysalis of winter and put our dreams into action. Now would be a seasonally supportive time to honor your true passions by doing what you had envisioned during the winter months. I wanted to briefly share as to what I saw as being the most appropriate card to represent spring as the Sun card. And if it happens to show up in any of your readings, consider it a bonus. All right, so we see the sun as the bringer of light and warmth, which marks the seasons changing. We see the flowers here are in bloom, especially sunflowers in this card. We see this naked child as a sign of innocence and joy. And he's holding this red banner announcing a significant event that brings promise of hope and positive changes. We see the horse as a symbol for power and strength that the sun brings in its solar power. And finally, we have this wall here in the background, which is a distinct marker or barrier between one thing and another. In this case, it is the changing of the seasons. I may actually make a more in-depth video of this card's symbology on my channel's tarot tutorial playlist. But without any further delay, let's get started with your readings. Happy spring, everyone. Capricorn, for your reading, I will be selecting cards from the Illuminati Tarot for each month. The first card will be for the remainder of March from the 20th to the 31st. The second will be for April, the third for May, and the fourth for June, up until the start of the summer season on the 20th. I will then be selecting a playing card for advice and or clarification or confirmation. And lastly, I will select a card from the Angels of Light Cards of Clarity Oracle deck to see which angelic energy will be assisting you this season. All right, so show me the energy for Capricorn spring. Okay. March, April, May, June. Temperance. Okay. Temperance is about healing on one level, but I really feel like I'm really getting the sense of like charity and giving to others. This is a card of generosity and helping out other people, and that's maybe what the universe is requiring of you, to sort of be there for other people. But I also see that there's like this angel in this card, meaning that you are yourself are being helped. You have enough where it's almost like your cup is overflowing and you can't but help share it with other people. Okay, it's a card of generosity and like just good-natured energy, goodwill towards other people. And there is an exchange of energy that just flows back and forth between you and other people this spring. And this just really feels very beautiful, very loving. It's a card of art and beauty as well, and seeing the beauty in all situations. All right, so March, we have the Six of Swords. So on one level, you may be going somewhere, like a trip. But I also see this as a card of like really making progress, moving forward, leaving things in the past behind. So some of you could be moving on, some of you could be moving. If you've had a turbulent or just a time of things really being up and down and not really having the balance with the winter season, I feel like you're going to be finding that balance. You're going to be finding like that moderation where things sort of like start to sort of smooth out and calm down for you a little bit. And I think that things are going to be a little bit easier starting in March. And I feel like in April, you're going to feel re-inspired to sort of like hone your passion and to like really concentrate on what it is that you want to work on. So this is like going back to the drawing board, you know, rolling up your sleeves, getting new opportunities for work, new opportunities to really express your passion and your craft. And I see you're going to be working on a couple things at the same time, but this is really like you're just doing the work. You're putting in the hours, okay? And you're going back to some sort of thing that you were at before, some place you were at before, something that you were at before. I feel like you're going back to it to sort of continue investing your time and energy and effort into that. So it feels like you're gonna be making progress as far as like what you're working on. And maybe in your professional life or your personal life, but you're working on yourself and you're working on your projects here. You have another 8, which actually this is really, I just noticed all of this, which is so funny. I'll get to it actually in a minute. But you have the 8 of Wands, okay? This is about important messages. It's also about air travel, which can be like another travel card where you're traveling over water here again. I feel like a lot of you are going to be traveling. I feel like this theme has come up for you for the year readings, possibly for, you know, the past couple of months, either with the February readings or with the March readings. But I'm seeing like a lot of travel. A lot of you are just moving around. This is fast-paced energy though. So one, yes, it's air travel, but it also could be emails, text messages, communications. You're getting news of something coming in. And I feel like it's going to be great news. Here's the generosity card, like I was seeing with the Temperance. Okay, so the 6 of Pentacles is about giving and receiving help when you need it. You're going to be getting the help you need, and maybe that's what this message is about. It's like you're finally, like, the work is paying off, okay, here. So with June, it looks like you're going to be rewarded. You're going to get some sort of message or wind of it, of whatever that may be, coming up here in May. But this is sort of down the line, so we'll see how it plays out with the future readings. But something I did want to mention about like this harmony and this balance and like this being in the flow. You were very much in the flow of this like prosperity here. Harmony, balance, back and forth. You have the 2 8s together here in the center. Okay, so this is for April and May. The 2 8s. 8 is about infinity, right? It's the infinity symbol turned on its side, which is in the flow, bringing spirit into matter, manifestation, okay? Being connected with a higher source, a higher guide, the angels around you. So I'm seeing all of these themes sort of play out. You've got the 2 8s in the center. Then bookending the 8s is the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. It's important to pay attention not only to the actual meaning of the cards, but also the details that you pick up in each individual card, then any impressions that you get on it, and also The suit of the card being like pentacles, swords, cups, or wands, but also the numbers. So there is a harmony here with numbers. Maybe some of you are noticing patterns in numbers. It could be like math or numerology. But again, just like in that flow, there's like a natural order of things that you are just like, again, you're just moving on and things are getting smoother, easier. Okay. I like this being in the flow energy for you for spring. It feels natural. It feels like there's not a lot of effort. And because there's not a lot of effort sort of pushing against what's not naturally happening, you're able to sort of work with it to feel inspired to create. So you've got the 2 8s and then the 2 6s on the outside, which is about other people around you, and then working here in the center. So looks like your relationships are in harmony. It looks like things are, you know, getting better at work. It looks like there's opportunities coming in for travel. So all in all, you have a major arcana card, which is the Temperance, being looked after, some sort of guardian angel. And then you've got all of these minor arcana cards, which is like the details of everyday life. So it just looks like on a day-to-day basis, like you're in the flow. I want to pull a playing card for advice for you. Advice, confirmation, or clarification. Three of Wands. I kind of feel like the Three of Wands is the third card here. 1, 2, 3. You have the Eight of Wands, which is the only other wands in your spread. So I feel like this is highlighting that message for you. There's going to be some sort of important news when it comes to like collaboration with other people or just like preparing for the future. Okay. This is about a success. The Three of Wands is about like a small success within like major long-term plans. Okay, so there's got to be some sort of important news coming in for you. An opportunity that presents itself where you're going to be able to get that help that you need. Wonderful, Capricorn. So let's go ahead and pull. I feel like this has to do with like your circle of friends. Like you've got like helpful people around you. All right. Let's see which angelic energy will be around you this season. All right, definitely this one. Angel of protection. Okay, so you do have this sort of like guardian angel around you. And maybe you're noticing their presence through patterns, through numbers, through things that come, what is that? Patterns, things that happen again, like repetition, things that repeat in itself. Like notice that because it's your angel speaking to you. Anyway, angel of protection. This angel keeps you safe from spiritual, physical, mental, or emotional harm. By listening to the warnings and messages from this angel, you can avoid negative situations in your life. Ask for help from the angel of protection anytime you feel fearful or threatened in any way. Okay, so here's the message coming through the air. I did say air travel, but it's also anything that's coming through the air to you. Messages, communication. Your angel is communicating something very important to you. And so pay attention in May for a message. And I feel like they're going to make it clear for you. It has to do with like your protection. You are being saved and protected by this angel. So again, notice repetitions, notice reoccurring themes, reoccurring feelings that you may have. Signs, patterns, anything like that. It's an important message for you coming in. All right, Capricorn. So thank you for liking and sharing my videos and for subscribing to my channel. I will see you in the upcoming videos.